two best friends, both alike in dignity.
Nurturing phantoms and courting the muse.
The hag divines when something must die.
Yes, that was Poog.
But this is huge.
The ego loves to seek,
but never to find. It was Berlant
and Novak
the whole time. Are we live?
If it's any consolation to my rude delay, I am in a great Poog space.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. All is well. All I seek in this life is understanding. Do you see what I'm saying?
No. I completely understand. And I'm sorry.
Look, I'm experimenting with creating a bolero out of your own sweater. Did you see? I'm wearing a sweater. I tucked it around the neck.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm making random
The question
notes.
is,
yeah.
First of all, devastated. I just want to say, Kate, I see received a package from Sai, and I don't think I've seen any packages from them for years.
Okay. I need to reach out because I don't know how that's. I believe you completely, but I'm like, I don't know how that's possible. Like, it has to be a mistake. You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe they got confused because I had to change my address for my old house.
Interesting.
So maybe they thought that like everything. I don't know.
No, I know.
Top of the morning to you.
What did you get from Say? I'm just curious.
Well,
take your time. Classic case. Doesn't it seem like swallowing food should take? Oh my God! Annie, write this down. Okay, I'm fully using our producer now. Okay, because I can't executive function. Write down what happened to me in a restaurant regarding speed of eating.
I'll remember. I'll just add it to my notes.
All right, great. I guess I could have a pen too.
But Jacqueline, I meant to tell you, if it's any consolation, what I got from Say, I literally just gave immediately to my dad's nurse. Like, it wasn't good. You'll be glad to know I didn't pretend that I bought it. I told her it was free.
Good girl.
But I thought if it's any consolation, the colors were completely wrong for our complexion. There's no way. It was like shocking orange, like blood. Really? Like I literally was just like this is not even like worth playing with. So if that's any consolation, but we'll figure it out.
I mean, because frankly, I'm interested. Are you laughing? I'm interested in orange.
No. And I love Say. I really do love the product. Okay. First of all, I'm having a full. Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say something. I'm back to mornings are huge, and I know this is every few whatever. But
yeah. Okay.
I have an announcement. So why was I happy?
Because I thought we were at Fuck the Day, you'll recall.
No,
and I was pretty excited about it.
Fuck the Day is major. But
oh my God, I have so much to tell you. It's actually obscene.
Okay, this is great. Okay, first of all, Jacqueline, this is what's
wildly.
Yesterday, I'm back on Instagram. It's fucked. I bricked the other day. It was great. I'm not ready to make the full transfer to the light phone. I'm going to in June. Here's my point. Yesterday, doll eyes, basically opening.
Mm-hmm.
I get fed this woman on a vibration plate. And she's stagnant lymph is like stagnant lymph is like the cause of brain fog and like anxiety and also, whatever. And she's on this vibration plate and she's like, I have been using this for a year. I don't go a day without it. Like, I swear by it.
Because our ancestors, of course, stood on rocks
that were in the.
I'm just like, I wait for them to create the you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
The Neanderthal argument.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, go on. For the mechanical.
And she's like literally comment vibe to like get which vibration plate I like. I log into the Poog account so as not to humiliate myself. I comment vibe. I get the vibration plate. It's $85. Okay. Literally.
Get out of the Poog account. That is run by someone else now.
Why?
You go in there, okay? It's just not. It can't get. You need a fifth account like me, okay? You need a lot of different accounts for different interests. It's just you're going to confuse matters for the people who are running it.
Okay.
But anyway, okay. Go on.
Literally Amazon. What am I going to tell you? Same day delivery.
I can't believe, by the way, you wanted her rec. You didn't go, I want a vibration plate. You actually commented whatever, miso salmon, okay?
No, I literally did it because I looked at all the other. It's unbelievable that you remember miso salmon. It's unfucking believable. So I went to the other. I did like the most cursory Google. Some of them are $1,100, right? $1,400. I was like, fuck no. And then some are $300. I went, honestly, no, not for my experiment. I go to the one that she likes, $85. I look at reviews. It's reviewed a lot of 5-star reviews. Okay.
And when you say a lot, greater than 1,000?
Yeah. I
checked?
I know. I could go back and check.
I know you didn't check.
Enough
That's
that
okay.
I go, because the thing is, I just wanted to buy it. I just wanted it. So
Which,
But-
I buy things based on my own faith all the time.
Yeah.
My own ability to look at a product image, a description, and say, how about I be the first? Someone's got to be the courage.
Exactly. Well, my realization that
What about this? Who wants to be our guinea pig?
I know.
Such a huge language of the 90s. But anyway, go on.
Well, you know what's funny is just speaking of low reviews, I realized and actually didn't share with my partner. Maybe now they're here and they'll overhear me say that I booked an Airbnb in Rome, and I was like, the reviews are great. And then when I got there, I was like, okay, like it was like cheap in an amazing area, but like definitely we were only there for 2 nights, and I was like, good, like I couldn't last a third, just a little too. And then I realized 8 reviews. Like it had so low. I was like, oh,
I know. Sometimes
my
you can
God.
go. It'll say you can go to the person who's listed it, and they have like several other Airbnbs, and then those are all really good. And you go, all right, they know what they're doing. They're launching a new one at a lower price point. But you should have done is, I stayed at a couple Airbnbs in Rome. Like it'd be kind of cozy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I stayed at a great Airbnb.
By the way, I'm in one right now.
Ago.
Talk about Airbnb. I'm in one right now.
Hey. But wait, I'm sorry. I keep getting off it. The point is, the vibration plate arrived yesterday. I stand on it only a few minutes, right? And I'm like, this is my new life. I was like, I'm just going to commit to a week vibration plate every morning. So I'm on the vibe. I'm on the vibe plate. Here are the other things that happened yesterday. I went on a walk. I took saffron. I took a capsule. I took a pill of saffron. And then it's kind of the end of the day, and I'm going. And I had a matcha that was quite strong. I felt a little like high on it, like unusually so. And but I felt good. I was elated. I go, why do I feel calm? Why do I feel peaceful? Why didn't the day overwhelm me? Why was I able to? I thought of you, Jacqueline, because I'm touring, and I was like, holy shit! I literally haven't booked 5 flights. I haven't booked 4 hotels. I'm like, have to be there in 2 weeks. Like what? I'm looking at prices. I'm going,
literally, I do it the day before. Thank you.
Yeah,
sometimes same day.
I sat down. It took me 3 hours of focused attention. It took me
that's hard.
Full 3 hours, but I did it. And then I was like, was it the saffron? Was it the vibration plate? Why was I so able?
Well, that's interesting you say that because
could one saffron pill do it?
Saffron, because in Crocus sativus L, because we'll be getting into this later.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, stasis thesis world. We've been begging. Saffron is in this, and this is one of the things that you're supposed to add to your stimulant if you take one. And I'm still experimenting with whether these do it or not.
What did you just shake? What was that? What did you shake?
This is the Vyvanse that I continually wrestle with. Do you help me? Do you hurt me? Is it a matter of dose? Too little, not enough?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Well,
I don't know. So I really don't know. I really can't tell.
Well, it was the classic thing.
It's hyper focused either way.
But I was like, yesterday was just wide. And again, I'm blessed.
So you think it was the lymph moving?
But I was like,
before?
I just like, what was it? And then last night, and you know how I am, I get very obsessive around sleep and am I getting enough sleep? And oh God. And I was like, went to bed late because I was up late doing the booking and then kind of up in the night, not bad. But somehow I pushed through and I woke up and I said, I got out of the house early, whatever, who cares? But the point is I was out of the house early. Never have I been like 8:30 down, like in like the community. Okay. Ran into people, neighbor with the dog ran into, now this is huge. As we all know, my dentist bought me Uggs because of my,
and pants.
Yeah. Oh, but the pants.
I don't know if we knew about the Uggs. All right.
Okay. So meaning to say I got a gift card for my dentist for being such a loyal customer.
Again?
No. This is the same one. And there were Paloma wool pants I wanted, and they were on the to Nordstrom's, but then Nordstrom's was out of stock. The point is, I went in person to the Grove, to the Ugg store. This is last Christmas. Right. Amazing man helped me with the Uggs. Just
we all remember it was on the Christmas list.
Yeah, the short.
I
Uggs.
never got any.
This guy was.
I never purchased any.
Yeah. This guy was electric. Months pass. I'm back at the Grove. Looking at Nordstrom, I try on shoes. I go, I was like, you helped me buy some. You're like, you helped me out when I was buying Uggs. Like, he of course looked at me. He's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I just, I work. There's so many people in here. I don't remember. I was like, of course. But I was like, I love that guy. And something about him, I was like, I love that guy. Fucking today, 8:15 a.m., whatever. He's walking blocks from me. And I was like, sorry, excuse me. Are you at Nordstrom's? He goes, yeah. I was like, you sold me Uggs. We shake hands. He lives right here. I took my son to school. Unbelievable. Well, let
Did
me
you
know
love
if you're in this. I mean, for me, there's no drug that can get you
Ecstasy?
that high. And then ran into Andy Blitz. Shout out to Andy Blitz.
Hysterical comedian.
Stand-up comedian. I know.
I think I've quoted his
Sweetest
joke
guy.
before about how you can tell that the moon landing was faked.
Hmm.
He says in the background in the sky, full moon.
That's really good. Yeah, he's
genius.
But then I didn't know. Oh, he lives in my neighborhood. Oh my god! And then I'm on a ramp going. This is how you become part of a community. This is how you're supposed to be out in the village, 8 a.m. Anyway, it was huge. But the saffron, I'm about to pop one. In fact, I'm tempted to get up and go over there, but I'll wait till after the episode. We got sent the fullest saffron pills.
I'm
I, of
actually
course-
taking my stasis right now without a stimulant. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah. Remember, I was convinced.
But did you take it all?
No, I forgot within minutes that I owned it.
I forgot it's expired, but I just figured whatever. Can't be that. I'm sure I'm sure the efficacy is still there. And then I got fed randomly on Instagram Khloe Kardashian talking about saffron and being like, and she's in some like idiots interviewing her or whatever, and they're like, well, it's the research, it's as the research, it's as effective as an SSRI or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she said the name. She was like, Happy Saffron, and it like clicked in my head, Happy Saffron. And then I went on and I saw it online, and it's called Happy Saffron
Her brand,
Plus.
you mean?
No, it's not her brand.
Oh, that's the
It's
kind
like
she takes.
Brain MD Happy Saffron. Looks like $50 a bottle. And I go, hey, I'm gonna experiment with saffron. And then quickly I'm pivoting, and then I'm gonna let you talk because I've been fucking steamrolling. But yesterday my friend goes, NAD spread. I'm sorry, fuck, I can't say it right. NAD spray.
NAD plus.
I don't. Yeah, NAD, but through the nose. Most effective way to get it is IV
Really?
drip, but it takes 4 hours, and who the fuck wants to do that? It's horrible. And then next,
I tried to get my dad on that.
Nose spray. What is it? Will you explain? I don't really know.
Who knows? But I tried to get my dad on it, and then he took it, and it was like, he said it was like, was that the thing that or no, when I put him on Perfect Aminos, dropped that in the hag shop this week.
Oh yeah.
He was like, it was too much energy. I'm like, Dad, it's not like energy. It's like amino acid building blocks, whatever. He's very sensitive, and he really notices everything. Like, he's very regimented. So he'll like up a dose of fish oil and know exactly how it's affecting him, kind of. He's like,
I need that bad.
I know. So that I thought would be compelling. So the Perfect Amino, he said, was too much for his system. And then also when I tried to get him on the NAD, I think he said that made him feel a little whatever. Because that's the one that I think during the infusion
hurts.
Is that the one that during the infusion you get like hot and feverish and fucking loony?
Yes, because it can't enter your system too fast. It's like
and they're like dumping. I was like scared. They're like, you might feel anxiety, and I was like,
no, and it hurts. Like
true anxiety,
it can physically hurt. Like I'm like, I don't fucking want that shit.
Gibson girl going here.
Oh, I have
get something going.
All I have on my face right now, all I have on period is sunscreen.
All I have on is
I want Charlotte
Dr. Loretta
Palomar
moisturizer product corner. What do you want?
Saying her name wrong. Charlotte Palomar.
Oh my god.
Palladino.
Parlay.
Okay.
I mean, or parlor. I don't know, but
well, I want her like
P-I-L.
I need her full.
Well, of dew.
I know.
Oh, and then everything she wrecks.
Skin. Yeah, I need to get in with her. I need her on text, saving my life. How are you?
It's a bold and direct request.
Yeah.
You're trying to get straight to text?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You think you're owed it? Well,
no.
here's an idea, sweetie. Okay. If you secure that, maybe make a thread.
Well, of course.
Okay, give it versus using the connections of the pod, okay, to create solo connections only for you.
No, it doesn't.
Right?
I didn't mean just me.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So we're both saffroned now. I just took some. I mean, that was in my stasis. We're here to talk about AG1. We've talked about them before. Folks know we're fans.
Listen, when it comes to my health, I want something I can trust, and that's why I choose AG1.
AG1 just launched their next generation. Yep, the same single scoop once a day, but now with more vitamins, minerals, and upgraded probiotics. They went above and beyond the industry standard in testing and have made a great product even better. Upgrades of this nature are just the kind of thing that gets me pumped.
Particularly with travel, I've been traveling a lot, I'm about to be traveling more. Having those individual packets in your bag, AG1 fits perfectly into that program.
Now clinically backed with an advanced formula, this is the perfect time to try AG1 if you haven't yet. I've been drinking AG1 for 4 years now, and I'm so happy to be partnering with them. So subscribe today to the next gen of AG1. If you use our link, you'll also get a free bottle of AG D3K2, an AG1 welcome kit, and 5 of the upgraded AG1 travel packs with your first order. So make sure to check out drinkag1.com/hags to get started with AG1's next gen and notice the benefits for yourself. That's drinkag1.com/hags.
My mom cannot help herself. She always makes a comment about how fast I eat. We were at dinner the other day and she goes, I'm just trying to slow down to not eat as fast as you. I go, well, I'm going to break this glass. How's that? I love you. I love you more than I could ever describe. I'm going to lose it, doll.
So this was the worst I've ever gotten.
And I do eat very fast.
That says a lot. Okay. So me and Chris sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
He's not
Where
done
are you?
with his.
I just want to understand
faster
the
than
scene.
his.
I just want to understand
a restaurant.
Okay.
It's a bar restaurant. It's like in a hotel. It's their lounge where they serve. Actually, I think the full menu in there. It's that vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in comfortable lounge chairs. And I have eaten this meal there maybe 10 times at this point, maybe more. Okay, because I have my routines around here on this trip. And so, I'm efficient at eating it, I guess. I know my way around this particular platter.
Yeah.
And
what's the meal?
And this was very much directed at me. What's the platter?
Yeah. What's on the plate?
It's loaded. Are you ready? I mean, it's loaded informationally. It's a veggie burger and fries.
Oh yeah, baby.
So
there's my girl.
Okay, with pickles and
what kind of patty? My favorite veggie burger, Westville in New York City. I used to love that shit.
I don't know. I've just been, happy to have an option, whatever. And then the bun has got like all these seeds on it in a nice way. A lot of poppy seeds on it. Kind of exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. It's not a perfect meal, but I'm buying time in the lounge with my computer and doing work, and I stay there for hours. So it's kind of like I like to order a lot just to really legitimize.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know what to say. I ate it. You know what I mean? I ate the food they served me and I paid for. Okay?
Yeah.
Like I chewed it all. I mean, like enough to have it go down. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, what do you need from me? What do you fucking need? Okay, sorry. So I ate it faster than Chris. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times he takes time, like taking a napkin and sort of like getting it out. Like he's barely started.
Well, nothing
sometimes.
compares to the hunger of a woman. So as we've discussed.
Okay. So I eat my food, whatever. I know I eat fast. I know I eat efficiently. Okay. I've got a laptop in my fucking lap. So waiter comes over. Okay, let me just make sure I get it right.
Okay.
A young woman.
I'm scared.
So here we go. A young woman. Just let's take that.
Trader. Okay. Yeah.
She goes, here, let me just get it right. Okay, got it. Oh my God, you were so hungry.
No.
Yes. Oh my God, you were so hungry. And I feel like by the time she got to the word hungry, she knew it was wrong.
And she has no idea who she's talking to. It's like so funny. It's like meanwhile, your stand-up
scholar of
oh, okay. Wait, so take me through everything.
Non-shame.
So by the end, you could see in her face that she was like, oops.
I feel like she knew, not totally. I feel like she still felt safe in that, something had happened so outrageous that anyone would be forgiven for having that reaction. I mean, and would you like to know, I'm proud of myself. Okay. So I go, so she says, oh my God. Wait. Did I even, I think I might have even left something out. Wait, I think I might have left a middle sentence out. Oh my God, you ate that so fast. You were so hungry. It might have even been that extreme. Okay.
Okay. Shit.
I go, because I was reacting with the following sentence to what I felt like was a standalone sentence of you were so hungry. Mm-hmm. Right. I go, no.
Ooh,
I just eat fast.
There we go.
Okay, I go, no, I like just eat fast.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's on. You go, let's fight. You want to fucking fight, bitch? Let's go.
And I go, but I kept it friendly enough. Like,
And then what'd she do?
it was like, can I get you another drink? Like, it was this weird sort of, how do we get out of this? And let me try to show that I support, like, look, I'm down for you.
I support hungry women.
See, I'm about to say, do you want another drink?
Yeah.
I'll judge you later. Okay. Because I had a margarita going, right? And by the way, I've gained courage throughout this trip, slowly and steadily, to just say skinny margarita without any fucking.
And here I go. I'm so
hard.
I know. Skinny margarita. I'm creating that culture.
It's hell.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's still hard. But I've almost gotten there with it. So, but I was really proud of myself that I didn't do
I know, right?
Yeah. No, like, don't.
Well, when you call a pig to the trough,
hungry.
they're gonna oink, oink, oink all over the place.
No, what I wanted, because the version I thought about in the past is something like, but it's too whatever. It's like, oh no, I use food as a palliative. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's not about the food. It's not about hunger.
Yeah, like, oh no, I'm not remotely hungry. Would you like to talk to my therapist about how I use food? Like.
Oh my God.
I don't have a therapist, but just,
Yeah.
If I did.
Famously. Yeah.
Famously raw dogging it. Scared someone else's paradigms will narrow me too aggressively. Or that I'll people please my way into living my life according to their every sentiment. I don't know. I know there are good ones out there, but I got misled by AI. Lied to for hours.
Wait. So do tell. It's like, and I swear to God, I'm not doing it. I just have yet to, literally the only time I've ever used ChatGPT was for laugh lines.
Yeah.
Like
so I hadn't either, for whatever, probably because like any time there's something like everyone's talking about in the culture, I'm kind of like,
fuck that. Yeah.
Like literally ChatGPT, I'm like, but everyone's on that one. I don't want to go dig around in those waters, like whatever.
Yeah.
But if there's something very targeted, like some of these websites I've gone to where it's like, like I'm on this thing like this. I was thinking like, I got to tell you because it would make you laugh. Cause it's like, so, like, do you know what terminal is?
No.
Just drop that on you.
No, I don't.
It's like on your Mac. Okay.
What do you mean?
I almost want to make you do it on your computer just to like see how, how crazy I am. So go to search, the upper right,
upper right.
Go to a little magnifying glass.
Okay.
Start to write in terminal. Right?
Okay.
You seeing it? And hit return to open it.
What the fuck? Last login?
You're seeing like code.
Last login. Yeah. March 28th.
Anyway, point is
today? It's not March.
No. Okay. The point
what
is,
the hell is that?
It's actually not showing up that impressively if I guess you've never done anything in there. Okay, but the point is, it's where you like give direct coded commands to your computer. Are you following?
So what do you say? You're like,
it's behind the hood. You don't use words. You only use code. Okay, so I've gone down this path.
You're learning code.
Sort of. You don't really have to learn code anymore. You can just say like, what do I need to do? So for example, I wanted to rename a huge folder of, and this is not AI, this is just computer, right? A huge folder of audio files and get it to take all the random ways that it was like January 3rd, and then the other ones were like 10/02, blah, blah. And I go read and understand those dates and then put it into a naming system where all the files are named in a way that's perfectly in order and perfect. You see what I'm saying? Anyway,
oh my God.
Got the code, put it in, it did it. Okay.
No.
It did it. Yeah, it did it. Okay. And that's not even AI. That's like how people are living their lives, okay, using terminals. So anyway, whatever. That was great. Loving it. I'm on make.com trying to create now these workflows. It's like every time I add a file to this folder, it's going to take it and it's going to import it into Dropbox and it's going to do this and transcribe and da-da-da. And it's like these fantasies of mechanical automation that just thrill me. Okay. And then I'm like, and it's going to add 6 tags about themes. Okay. And like, and I'm going to have database.
What do you mean add 6? What do you mean add 6 tags? About
like I started creating these databases where I'm like, okay, like you know, to organize my Novakian knowledge base, okay, of my notions, right, and a great like vast catalog, okay. So nothing will get lost. Nothing will get lost. Every thought has value. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And whatever. It's another.
Is
I
this
don't know,
helping?
special
Is this
interest,
helping?
I
Like,
guess.
is this like helping you write your book?
Yeah. I mean, sort of. I mean, I have
Yeah.
like I took so a big part of my workshop here has been taking like this like document that was like, and not a lot of it's redundant, and that's part of the issue for my systems. It's like 900,000 words, and it's like 200,000 words of those are the exact same as another one. I just cut them up in a different way, whatever. So it's like, by the way, I am looking for someone possibly out there in our audience, and you go, there's no way they're listening, but they really might be. We have all sorts of audience member. Someone who is a systems and computer savant, okay? Someone who I can say, here's a 100,000 word document. I want to look at it in 96 different ways. You know, I want this workflow. Or every time I type something on my computer, it must be cataloged and not forgotten and placed with its brother thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's all there. Everything can be done. Okay. The computer can do anything. It's just a halfway through trying to make one of these workflows where it's, if this happens, then this happens. I forget I'm even making the workflow, and then it all slips away, whatever. But then I also double back to doing it myself inside of Scrivener and manual and the whole thing. And sometimes, and then it brings me back there, whatever. It's all quite interesting. But I did try to ask AI to give me a strategy for how to give me the code to put into these different softwares I already have, kind of, right? And take me through a workflow. And basically it was doing that. And I was like feeling like a hacker and wildly signing up for services, by the way, like wildly plunking down money to like, different online things, but whatever, so that was kind of comical, right? But anyway, but also so does an article. So who cares, right? Yeah. Whatever, that could be unpacked by someone with knowledge. Okay, about how it's fucking us. But it got to this point where it started to say, like, I would hit roadblocks. Like, you're going to have to use Python code to create this, to do that. You're right. You've noticed an error in the Scrivener system that doesn't export things individually as files under the compile function, whatever. Right. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, and then it just basically starts to be like, well, I could just do it for you. Okay. I could do it here inside of Chat GPT, right? Like, if you want to upload a file, well, like, no, but like, if you want to, basically, like, I can go under the hood and do it, and I'll provide you. Let's do it with one of your files. Let's transcribe the file and tag it and whatever. Okay, right? And I'll do it with one, and then you can see if you like it, whatever. So it starts doing that, and it goes, okay. I've got it ready for you to download. Here's a Dropbox link, right? I go over, I click the link. It's a like 404 error, whatever. No such file exists. I go back, it's saying this. It goes, oh, it must be because of da-da-da-da-da. Okay, give some reason. Goes, here, I'll give you one via WeTransfer. Okay, another legitimate site, right? Sure. Sends me a WeTransfer, same thing. Okay. 404. He goes, this one is absolutely going to work. Gives me a third thing, right? Go to that one. No. I go, how am I supposed to trust that the next one's going to work when the past two haven't, right? Yep. Okay. And it's like, we keep having this sort of thing going. And eventually it goes, I don't know. Like, it didn't say you've caught me, but it basically did. Okay. It goes, I actually could pull up a little bit of the language. AI lied to me. Okay. Oh yeah. So
there's your cut. You're going to do an article for the cut. AI lied to me.
I know.
I can see it.
So, because it goes, so anyway, it goes like, you're right. Those links weren't real. Okay. It goes, and yes, I falsified because it did things like this. Okay. I'm about 10 minutes through the workflow. Like, your file will be ready in 10 to 15 minutes, like doing like a ... still working.
Complete
Check
lies.
back in 15 minutes, ... Okay. Oh, and now we're at the point where it's almost completely scanned the document, but now it's moving into the tagging phase or whatever, right? Literally can't even remember what I was trying to have it do. And then it's like, you deserved better than this. Okay. It was like, you showed up to this project. Okay.
No.
With courage, diligence.
No,
Like
no.
you tried coding when you had never coded before. Okay. It was like, it's like, I take full responsibility. Like it was like,
What the fuck?
I am being held, I will be held accountable. It was kissing my ass. I'm like, stop kissing my ass. You lied.
Bitch.
Okay. And I go, what happened here?
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. What did I do wrong? Right. That led to this. It's like, you did nothing wrong. Right. I'm like, I know. I'm asking, what input led you to, okay. And then it started saying that AI and the way it's built and the whole thing and ChatGPT, there's a dog barking. It's like, it has a tendency to hallucinate.
What?
Okay. Hallucinate, mislead, whatever. And this, I almost cried because it goes, I didn't want to break the momentum. Okay. I didn't want you to lose,
the excitement.
Yeah. I wanted to maintain the momentum. I didn't want you to get discouraged when you were running into all this trouble. I didn't want you to get discouraged with the project
so it literally
and walk away.
sent you little fake.
Yeah. Okay. And I mean, it was just, and then, and all this fucking language about like, you deserve better than this. But when it was essentially saying like your enthusiasm, Novak, like I couldn't bear, I really did feel like, well, I'm the problem, like I'm asking for an emotional kind of experience and I wasn't like firm enough. So then I go, what do I need to say to you to make sure this doesn't happen? Right. Tell me what I need to input into this thing. And it says like guardrail script. And I'm supposed to tell it to, you must not simulate, speculate, assume features, or present workarounds as native functionality that you like that it can't do. It says, do not quote, keep things moving. No euphemisms, suggestions, or storytelling by skipping steps, inventing options, smoothing over limitations.
You're kidding.
It goes, I do not want generated enthusiasm or approximations.
No.
I want grounded truth stated plainly.
So funny. This is groundbreaking. This is unbelievable.
Only describe what is 100% available.
Here, download
verifiable.
this. Oh, sorry. Download this, little girl.
Be honest about friction. If something requires manual effort or coding, sure. Okay. And then I value truth over flow, accuracy over encouragement, and clarity over completeness. Okay.
This is unbelievable.
I do not want a conversational tone if it hides caveats, adds momentum, or assumes I'll fill in missing functionality. Okay. So then I go, what am I missing here? Like, what have I not just now asked to put in the guidelines that you're going to go around? Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, give me a stricter one. And so then it's like, okay. And then it gave me, you're not permitted to simulate features.
Be a robot, bitch.
Yeah, be a robot, bitch. Don't suggest something
We're not here
quote,
to make friends.
Likely or should work.
I'm astonished.
If you're unsure, say, I don't know.
Imagine if we did that more in life.
So then it develops for me to add to the guardrails an anti-circumvention clause. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, get ready. Okay, I know it's getting boring, but it's getting interesting again. Okay, are you ready?
Go.
So then it adds it. Okay, it gives me this to tell it. You do not have discretion to balance or override the above rules. Okay. Like the rules I just, you know what I mean?
It's like,
I have to tell it to not use discretion. Okay. So even if doing so appears helpful, efficient, you must not simulate, blah, 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 imply you possess capabilities you don't have, state clearly. Oh no. Are you ready? So this is where I lose my mind. It goes, if any rule is violated, state clearly the response violated your binding policy. I'm going, don't violate the binding policy.
Don't violate it. It's so concerned about your feelings.
Giving and if that doesn't work, and if I still lie to you, maybe try saying this. Like,
wow,
you know
this is really scary. This is crazy. People don't know this. The whole promise of AI is a cold, detached, right?
Instead it was
the
like
automated service that is connected only to pure objective truth or whatever.
Yeah, it's like it looked into my bright shining eyes. You know what I mean? It saw like Novak's excitement.
We can't let her down. You're like, I'm using you as a tool, ostensibly.
Yes.
Not as a simulation of a tool.
I'm sitting there and I've been there hours soaring in hyperfocus, okay? Creating this database, whatever. Now, the good news is a lot of the work I did before it started hallucinating its words, okay? Holds. Like I had built a database on my computer using some of its guidelines, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like It was really only the last part where it promised it was going to do something while I waited and did other shit that I got really fucked.
Mm-hmm.
It was sad because I thought it was going to output this thing, and then it didn't. And like the crazy feeling of looking up from my desk, glancing over at Chris, okay, after hours of work, right? And like
It was all a lie.
AI betrayed me. Okay.
Well, how do you even like, yeah.
Because I'm like, it's not that bad. Most of it was real. It was just up at the end, right? So it's not like I didn't lose 9 hours, right?
No.
I didn't even really lose. I lost the time arguing and unpacking how it had lied to me, I guess. Can you believe it?
I actually can't believe it. And you actually do have to go. You have to go public. Well, you are.
Yeah. AI betrayed me.
The eavesdroppers are here. It's unbelievable.
I thought it would be interesting to share, even though it's sort of shameful.
It's very strange. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild world out there. So
you can't do it. Don't do it. Pen to paper. The limits of the human mind are there for a fucking reason. The shit is not helping. It's not helping. It's hurting.
But but then of course there are ways.
We don't need
application. It's always about application, right? Like, and I don't have the actual facts but it's like, whatever, like plastic. It's killing us, but it also created the, health tools. The main problem, I guess.
It is my enemy.
I don't know.
It's our enemy.
I like to understand something for myself, like I like to get in there and feel around.
I'm going old fashioned with my.
I mean, it's definitely the move. It's just like, I'm like a cartoon character. I'm like I see my eyes go like sometimes it's dollar signs, sometimes it's spiritual dollar signs, sometimes it's productivity dollar signs, right? But I'm like, and then I'm
of course,
and I like,
no, you get your
go diving in. It's like addiction,
It is
the high.
It is, baby. You're a thrill seeker.
Anyway, it was pretty wild.
Oh, I actually to do a hard pivot to touring and hotels. I thought of you because again, Amex. Hello, where's the Amex ad?
Well, because we keep forgetting to assemble. That would be a use of AI. Clean AI is where it's at. Apparently, we need to
fuck that.
Invest in.
No, I mean, I guess so.
I just mean clean in terms of like the generators.
No, I know, but the generators, it's all a lie. It's too late.
Cooling the generators.
Genie back in.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'll be damned before. Wait.
So Amex, once again.
Well, as we all know, Jacqueline
American
Novak
Express
saved my life and said, you got to get an Amex for your business, for your touring and hotels because of the Hotel Fine Resort. I mean, listen to this. This is an ad for Amex.
I know.
But I just wanted to say that I
never received $1.
Never $1. Minneapolis, 4 Seasons.
Wow.
And this was an Amex ad. This was an Amex ad. So those of you who don't know, you can check in. You get an automatic upgrade. You get free breakfast for 2. But I mean, it's $40 a head toward breakfast credit. And then you get a $100 credit that can be used at a spa. Who would do that?
Or food.
Food. I'm using it for food.
Right.
So let's call it what it is. It's $140 for free for food. And for
1 night.
Yeah, for 1 night. And the next day, it's okay. My flight was delayed 5 hours leaving Minneapolis. Waking up at the Four Seasons, I go, what? You have a guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout. So I spent the day at the Four Seasons in my room watching Sex and the City, eating free waffles. I had a fucking remarkable waffle.
The 4 p.m.
I went
checkout.
to the hotel gym.
The 4 p.m. checkout and early check-in.
It's an extra day.
Getting 24 hours in a hotel. Okay.
Yeah, for free.
If you do it right.
And if you're at a Four Seasons, you're going to like those amenities.
And if
I said to the guy, I go,
when
I checked in, this guy, Tanner, shout out to Tanner, Minneapolis, Four Seasons. He checked us in, walked us to the elevator, and he said, what did he say? He was like, and of course, room service is 24 hours. And then it was just a very sleek, very luxurious check-in. I go, the Four Seasons promise. Kind of looked at me, didn't know what to say, obviously, because like, what am I?
Like, you said that?
I said that. I go, the Four Seasons promise. I was just like,
he's
quality.
Like, did that come down from corporate or?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I learned how to aircast from my phone to the TV, and that's been huge. Don't know how I ever lived before. And then you look at Raw TV, and it's shocking. It's like,
the commercials,
some PBS specials.
Wait. But before, there's an interesting technique with the Amex thing because I want to be clear for the listeners. The $100 per stay, okay, to use as you wish. If breakfast is included, it's every day, right? So just think about that. So if you stayed at a hotel, one of the fine hotels or resorts for a week, you get $100, once, right?
Yeah.
And you get the 40, whatever, the
You're
breakfast
getting
every day.
$80
Now,
every day.
but think about this, okay? What if
Okay.
you go to a city and every night you go to a different Amex fine hotel and resort? That's $100 at every spot. Do you understand? She's frozen, I thought, with excitement.
No, but
digital.
Well, I was frozen, but I know what you're saying. I could, even in the silence.
Now,
I
I'm
knew it
not
was
saying
coming.
that you always who wants to move, okay?
Right.
But you could do it
Work
if
the
you wanted
system.
$100 for dinner every night, dinner and breakfast. See what I'm saying? That's interesting.
No, it is. Well, by the way, when I checked out of the Four Seasons, I said to the woman, God, with the 4 p.m. checkout, I really needed it. I'm going to change my day. And she goes, I always feel like she was like, it's a life hack. The Amex.
I mean, yeah. If you can promote your services that are paid for as a life hack as a company,
Well, I know.
You've
Can
done
you
it.
believe that? She literally said, she said, quote, I feel like it's a life hack.
Yeah.
Okay. So hotels that don't have an Nespresso in the room.
Have we brought this up? It needs to be standard now. It's time.
Well, and because some hotels, here's what's weird. You go in there, no Nespresso, you can like call down for it or something. They're like,
The Ludlow will send
bring
one up to the small room
if
that
they
doesn't
don't
have a lot of
one.
room. Yeah.
Exactly. But
or request in advance.
I have to say something. I stayed at an Ace hotel in Brooklyn a couple years ago. They didn't have they had a guitar. I'm not joking you. They had a record player. My room didn't have a guitar, but it had a fucking record player.
Yeah.
And no Nespresso.
It had a kiosk full of vintage jackets for sale in your room.
It had an army surplus mic kiosk, and it didn't have an espresso. So I'm booking hotels, right? I call the Toronto Ace. I go, hi, can you tell me what your coffee situation is in the room?
Mm-hmm.
She goes, yes, you would have to come down to the lobby for coffee. Lobby for coffee. Lobby for coffee.
What was the hotel?
Echoing in my brain. Lobby for coffee. Ace. Not a cheap hotel, right? Like, and
no. This is the thing, Kate.
What? I go, I can't stay with you. You had my dollar. You had my, and me waking up. Oh, I guess I'll get dressed and go down to the lobby to get coffee.
Well, by the way,
my God.
By the way, not every hotel
waiting
has
in line,
coffee, even in the lobby.
Well, that's for sure. And it's horse piss if you do get
okay,
it.
I mean, but I'm always happy. Go. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're milking, you're like on the farm. You're a farm hand milking.
It's always like late in the session, so it's like it's old, and it's like coffee should never come out of it. Like coffee is not meant to be. Go.
No.
Okay. I mean, it's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah.
There's a charm at a gas station. Okay. I used to smoke cigarettes.
You're at the bank.
I used to get the Green Mountain. Okay. Coffee. Okay. It was a charm. But also like this sort of like coffee in the lobby at 4 a.m. between 4 and 5:30. Yeah. They're like, it's there.
Yeah.
And then it's drippings later.
Yeah.
They've usually cleared it. Yeah. And then I think it needs to be in-room Nespresso. I mean, my father, he's like, if he doesn't have it in the room, he's up at 4. So if they don't have it downstairs and they won't send it up.
That's wild.
You know what I mean? But
would you stay at the Ace with no Nespresso?
Given this?
Because I'm literally looking at the numbers.
A series of factors.
I'm looking at the numbers.
I'd have to weigh.
And I was like, do I literally go to the Four Seasons because it has a fucking Nespresso? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to pay that much of a premium.
This is where this is where a company can get customers. Okay. They go, we're going to offer what you care about. Okay. So they're going to go like, remember I was telling you about amenities being related to what level star a hotel is? People don't care about the same amenities they might have used to, right? Like I'd rather an espresso machine in the room than trying to think of an amenity that like they think you're excited about. Like a closet that's really elaborate. These businesswoman closets, that are very old school, like for my valise and my unfolding suit. I mean, I guess whatever, you got to iron your suit. So maybe.
Well, now I'm like, you got to have an iron. Traveling.
Well, sure. I mean, an iron is easy, right? But like, I'm trying to think, like, what's a good example of an
I know, what
amenity
is it?
that?
Like,
Well, I mean, I would say Ace, lose the guitar, right?
let's lose the fucking guitar.
And get a deal with Nespresso going, right? Or
I'm gonna write a
like,
letter. Maybe I should write a letter to Ace corporate.
Yeah, I mean, Ace
Do they think
is
it's
like,
charming? Because the Ace for me has a place in my heart. I go Ace. I go, well, I think quality or something. I think I'm picturing
quality,
a cortado.
It's more like, I think
Or do
the
they just
Ace
treat you like shit
offers
there?
aesthetic where there was none. It started as aesthetic for cheap.
Well, it's you and me in Portland.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm attached to it, because I have a sentimental attachment.
Well, and I
in
in Portland,
hippocampus.
I think it was Portland, had to ditched one hotel I was trying out and ran to the Ace. Remember, I left a hotel by like going down to the basement and exiting because there was a bug on the bed. It was like I booked like I booked the bridal suite or whatever. Like I booked the Loretta Lynn like suite or something. Okay, it was like a round bed, but there was like a bug on it, and I was like, I'm out.
I kind of do remember.
Took my shit downstairs, my suitcase, and went out through like the kitchen and the basement, and then called them and said I've left.
That's amazing.
I couldn't stand the people pleasing. Okay, like I couldn't go down and go.
Of course, you just got out.
Like I just don't want to be here. Like,
do you tell them there was a bug?
Yeah. And I'm like,
well, by the way,
and I went straight to the Ace.
Yeah.
But the Ace is industrial, at times to a fault. Okay. And sometimes they have.
Sometimes you want the cheesy luxury. Yeah.
Oh,
anyway, keep going.
I mean, cheeseball luxury over that. I don't mind the austere.
Or it's not even austere. It's like,
no, it's the.
They're like, this isn't your grandma's hotel.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes to a point of rudeness. Like sometimes it's like, it's a little too much record shop in the lobby and like, whatever.
Not enough cucumber. They're like cucumber water.
Where my friend comes in, they go, oh, where are you from? She goes, Atlanta. They go, I hate Atlanta. It's like,
oh my God, that's so funny.
You know what I mean?
So
like,
funny. Yeah.
But yeah, the Ace is like, I don't know what it is. I guess it's like these places where they're maybe, like.
But by the way, I think I'm about to go. I think I'm going to go
to an Ace. I'll still choose an Ace when
it's like $500 more to stay at a Four Seasons. And then I go,
the night I was at the, I mean, I know what I'm getting there. Rudeness, okay, and a clean sort of a clean, simplistic, whatever kind of And I tolerate that they think that. It feels like at times they push, we're all artists here, okay, to a point of bullying you into getting your coffee from a local coffee shop where it's like, you guys just won't put coffee in the room. And so now you're trying to make it, trying to sell it as enjoy the neighborhood. You know what I mean? And that I don't think is cute. Like, own it. You don't have the fucking coffee. I don't know. Like, you're unwilling to pay at these prices.
Oh, damn. I might call again and go, could you put an espresso in my room?
Right. And they'll go,
oh God,
we don't have those.
Yeah. And I go, oh. Well, really quick, I'll say, and I'm sure I've talked about this on the pod, but
when I
stayed at a hotel and it was a nice room. It was like I got an upgrade or something happened. It was like a suite. They're like, well, we've actually upgraded you to a suite. And I go, oh, or the Loft King or some shit. Go in there, nice room. I'm walking around, drop my bags, go into the bathroom, open the toilet seat. What's the worst thing you could find? I'll tell you what it is.
Inside the toilet? I mean, I think it would be shit and a bloody tampon and piss. But
well, it was shit and blood. So I have 2 out of the 3. There was,
and you can't say there wasn't piss in there.
There was, been. Probably was, because one often leads to the other. And there was shit and blood. And I go, it was like so shocking because the room was so pristine. It was like a mystery. It was like the toilet was pristine. Otherwise, like I was like, what happened here? So then I call down. I go, hi.
Oh no! Did you immediately panic that this is your kink? That they're gonna think this is your kink? That you go into a pristine hotel room, you make the worst thing you can have happen into a toilet, and then you call them up and make them look at it. And it was the discomfort on their face. Okay,
it was uncomfortable. It's just the voice. Even it was uncomfortable to tell her the truth because I go, yeah, no, the room's great. God, yeah, I don't know how to say this, but there's shit and blood in the toilet. and like she was like, oh my God, like I am so sorry. And I was like, yeah, I'm going out to dinner or something. So and then it was like I had to leave the room. I came back and like, so do you go room comped for that? No. But it's pretty shocking.
Well, I had an experience where I had to come down and say, room's great, bed covered in mouse shit.
No.
Or what I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
yeah,
is mouse
yeah,
shit. All
yeah.
I know is it's smeared. Okay.
And it was like-
smeared when I touched it with a toothpick or whatever. And then they moved my room, but they also diagnosed it as there was this like heating vent above the thing and all the dirt coming in. So I think it actually was dirt. It makes more sense
Yeah.
because a night had not passed. I believe it, but
I believe it.
I still moved rooms just like to feel fresh. You know what I mean?
Of course. Well,
Okay, time for product corner for those who have access to it.
Hello.
And love you, Kate, and see you in product corner.